All right, so once again, I'm live coming in early this morning. Got the Chak on. Come and talk about some topics and stuff like that. Um, we gotta talk about some dialysis still. Um, mm, so it's gonna be about dialysis. So dialysis centers are making an increase. Or actually, some of them decreasing, but you got DaVita, you got all that other stuff, right? So, all right, so that's cool. What's going on, brother? What's up?
Yeah, man. It's hot weather.
Oh
Triple
yeah,
digits.
well, yeah, it's hot weather there, and it's like the deluge over here in Virginia, man. We got uh, I would say this, man. It's so bad in Virginia. You had a child get washed away by the floodwaters.
Whoa.
Yeah, you heard what I said. Crazy shit, man. It
Mm.
was dumping out this motherfucker yesterday like a damn. Yeah, this shit was crazy, right? Yeah.
Wow.
But it is what it is. So you you say you've had kidney problems in the past and things like that. I mean, not kidney diabetes. That's what it is. My bad.
No. That's when we stage 3 kidney disease. Let me see. Was probably 2000. Let's see. What's this? 2025. Probably 2020. Let's see. Probably 2021 or something. 2022, some shit like that.
Okay.
2021, 2022,
All right. Well, all
maybe.
right. Well, I stand corrected then, so it's cool. All right, perfect. Well, but you never went through dialysis and anything, right?
No.
All right. Well, I told you one of my partners the other day found out, he's gonna have to do that. Whatever. Different circumstances though. Kind of heavy set brother, so under different circumstances. Okay, right. Now, so I said, you know what? When something happened around me or something like that, I just sit back, go back and say, let me look up this thing. I got to talk to people who been with it, know it, whatever. Somebody got some type of ailment going on. As a matter of fact, the other day, they did say that, what's his name? Donald Trump in the pharmaceutical industry, they're going to talk about lowering drug prices. And the guy was saying, that's a good thing. I said, I really don't know about that. If that's good, depending on if you on medicine, is good. But if you ain't on medicine, it's kind of bad. Because, see, like to me, they want you to be more on drugs and shit. And some of these same drugs is probably knocking your fucking kidneys out. So you gotta look at that thing in a in a different way now. I gotta look at that thing
No,
like,
that's a fact, bro. That's another reason why a lot of people kidney do because they're taking these pills, man. I told you, bro. They're taking these powdered pills, bro. This shit is microcrystalline, bro. You gotta look that up, man. When you get the chance,
yeah.
bro.
Mm-hmm.
And that shit, your kidney help filter your blood, bro. So if your body and your liver, so they don't tell you about the liver and the kidneys, man. How anything you consume, anything that your body consumes, your skin is the largest organ on your body. What they tell us.
That's what
So
they
it's
say.
always consuming some, whether you see it or not. So your body has to, your kidney and liver has to get rid of that.
Yeah, man.
Anything you touch, your body, you got, like you said, pores and shit. That shit your body absorbs that. Your body got to get rid of that somehow. That's what your toxic detoxification system is: your kidneys, your liver, your um, um, digestive system, all that whole system.
Well, that's why I was telling my boy, I ain't too much. He was joking. He was like, man, people. I said, well, first of all, they want you to take that shit anyway. I said, look. So I said, let's fuck. I said, fuck that part. So I said, let me look at something else. Dialysis. And watch this. Shaq, you gonna love this. AI revolutionized dialysis care, enhancing treatment plans and patient outcomes. Yes, dialysis. Yes.
Term AI feels like it's kind of everywhere right now, but perhaps the biggest impact AI might be having in the medical field is something you're about to see. Bo Evans with a firsthand look at how one clinic is using that technology to treat dialysis patients. The story's all new for you right here at 5 o'clock.
Anything that can help, it's worth using.
Farida Lalani has been running dialysis machines for more than 20 years. AI is now changing the landscape of patient care.
The AI is able to look into the patient's, clinical data, not just the present, but the past.
DeLorean AI analyzes data from back in time and helps doctors create a treatment plan for the future. The approach is innovative for innovative renal care.
The AI predicts that this patient might be at a higher risk of hospitalization or missing treatment or whatever. So that helps me kind of focus on those areas.
This new technology could help patients like Pesh Patel.
I didn't think I was going to make it out of the ICU. I thought that was it.
In 2017, while he was on a
Patel.
business trip to Australia, Pesh didn't realize.
What again?
I said, it said Patel.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
See, what the thing is with this medical and this shit, bro, you cannot diagnose everybody with the same shit, bro. What works on this individual might not work on this individual, bro. And they trying to make this one treatment one treatment fits all. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. It's got to be individually. You have to individually be treated. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You can't. You know what I'm saying? You can't treat this patient, this other patient with the same dosage that you treat this patient with the dosage, bro, or those same type of chemicals, because they ain't using them a lot of chemicals. And that's the major problem, is they're using chemicals in the medical industry. That's why you can't. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what this AI shit is telling motherfucker, bro. But it ain't the AI shit.
Well, no,
Cause you still gonna get motherfuckers drugs, hook them up on drugs, still hook them up on the dialysis and dry all that motherfucking got the fluid off their body and shit.
think about it, Shaq. When you in there, right?
Mhm.
You hooked up to a machine. So
Right.
now listen to this. Don't you hear this now?
I don't really like committing to things. I'm scared. But when Verizon announced that I could lock in a low price for 3 years, I mean, yeah,
And of
that's
course,
what I'm talking about.
you need to put a black woman up to do the job, right? Always get a woman to do the job.
Can you hear me now?
Now, a major medical breakthrough. An Alabama woman is providing new hope for people who desperately need an organ transplant because her new kidney came from a pig. Morgan Norwood has that story for us. Good morning, Morgan.
Good morning to you, Robin. This is just a fascinating story. Tawana Looney went into organ failure just years after donating her kidney to her mother. She would then spend years tethered to the dialysis chair, and now this
Her last name is
groundbreaking
Looney.
operation has changed everything for her. We sat down with Tawana
Hold on, let me see.
exclusively as she shares her hope for others.
I could feel the blood flow through my veins. That's how strong the kidney was pumping.
Tawana Looney is only the 5th person in the world to receive a genetically modified organ from a pig. She's part of a growing group of trailblazers undergoing groundbreaking procedures, which doctors say could help change the world.
It is, I think, a very important component of a multifaceted approach to trying to relieve the organ shortage.
Recipients right now are approved on a case-by-case basis.
Bro, they going for animals, bro. They getting animal motherfucking parts, bro. That's what I'm saying. They been doing this shit, but they getting animal parts, bro. But I don't even want to hear no more of this shit, bro, because this shit is ridiculous, bro. They say they talking about the lack of kidneys in the world, bro. That many kidneys effed up in the world, bro.
Come on, Shaq. You know the deal to this.
So, hold on. If you can't find a human donor, you gonna go to an animal donor, bro. And I know they've been guinea pigging. Literally, that's the word. This whole operation is guinea pigging. Literally, they've been guinea pigging us. Insulin. That's what they were doing with insulin in the beginning of the 19th century. They were using insulin from a pig that didn't work. It was not working with the human makeup, biological makeup. That was a failure. How many failures they gonna come up with, bro? All this groundbreaking. No, it's pocket wrecking. This was called. That should be called pocket breaking. It's pocket breaking.
All right, look.
Huh?
So, Shaq, insulin costs about $10 to make, but sells for nearly $300.
See what I'm saying?
Now, like I told the guy, I used to see when I was a kid, I used to sit there and watch my grandma get the prick in her hand, you know, and sometimes the thing will be 300, sugar be like 380. Sometimes she'd be like, they would tongue out mouth like, and be leaning back in the chair like that, right? I'm like, dang, what's going on with grandma? You know, she was like, he's called Mama Jen. And I used to be like, her name was Virginia Johnson. But and I could understand going, she like her sugar's very high. But my grandma used to always have these fucking big ass fucking Pepsis and shit. They used to have fucking liters of Pepsis and shit.
Right.
And then they came about, I was like probably like 8 or 9. They said, you know, well, the doctor prescribed her, well, not prescribed, but they told her you can't drink this Pepsi. You gotta drink Diet Pepsi. Diet Pepsi.
Man, come on, bro. Look up the ingredients in Diet Pepsi, bro. When you get
Okay. I'm about to look it up right now, brother.
Because they got color, they still got dye in there. That's color in that too.
Now, speaking of that, you know, the other day they talked about the FDA gonna have some new natural food dyes. Well, guess what? I went and looked up one of these natural food dyes, and one of them was gonna be made of algae or something. You know what algae is? You know that stuff to be in the water and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I said, come on. I think the other one was calcium phosphate, and another one. I said, wait a minute now. That ain't exactly natural food. Well, I mean, I ain't gonna say you should be eating it. You know, that's the thing when the doctors try to say, give you this calcium tablets and shit. I say, hold it, bro. What is a calcium? Or to put more calcium in you. Yeah. They're like, okay. You know.
See, this is they're just saying, man. We don't know. And because they got the white coats and they allegedly got the degrees and spent it. So we listen to these folks. But we say, well, hold on. Why would you put synthetic calcium in the body?
No, it's natural, man. It's natural. They say
Ain't no damn natural calcium. Where they get it from?
Hey, yo, you know what? I told a guy, even if it is natural, guess what? It's still gonna be put on a production line. No, bro.
Man, bro, they gonna strip and sterilize it, bro. That stuff is stripped and sterilized, man. That stuff ain't chlorine and all that stuff is used to make these chemicals, man.
All right, now look, what you tell me to look up again? What is what again? You told me to look up something again?
I think it said the ingredients in diet.
Ingredients in diet. Yes, what I thought. I got it right. All right, hold on.
So why is it called diet anyway? What does that mean when they say diet?
And Diet Pepsi. Oh shit, dog. All right, you ready? Oh shit. Now watch this. Carbonated water, aspartame, artificial sweetener, phosphoric acid, potassium benzoate, caffeine, citric acid, natural flavor, isophenol potassium, artificial sweetener, caramel color, and calcium disodium, a flavor protector.
Now you gotta go look up what all them words mean individually because all them motherfuckers is chemicals that they created in the lab. Especially all of them, the calcium disodium. You gotta look that stuff up, bro. The aspartame, that shit, like I said, that's artificial sugar sweeteners.
Well,
chemical sweeteners.
This is the deception going on here. Even if they were to take out one of these things, they got the other one. This shit's still bullshit. That's how funny this shit is.
Natural flavor, bro. All this stuff is these are the names they named. Those are what? Patent names. They ain't not natural bottom. Somebody created those patents and they got a patent on natural flavor. What is natural flavor? Where did it come from?
Yeah.
They can't tell you what the hell is the natural. What is the natural flavor? What did they use to make it natural?
You're right, Chak. What did they use to make it natural?
Dye, man. We use dye, man.
All right, hold on, Chak. I got to pull something
The
up.
people use the word natural flavor and they automatically, oh, it's okay. But they don't tell you what flavor though. See.
Well, let me say this to you, man. I gotta play this, man.
Is they putting vanilla in there, which is the vanilla extract, which is allegedly come from a beaver's ass?
Now watch this. Let me tell you something, because I've been telling y'all. lately. Over the last couple months in Richmond, Virginia, it has been absolutely like the Wild West out this bitch. It has been fucking crazy every fucking day, almost every an hour. You know what they did for the thing in the other day that I think Youngkin then passed this bill that's gonna go into effect January 1st. So parents can your social media use if you're under 16 gonna be 1 hour a day, 1 app a day for children under 16. All right. Then they got the thing up there in Fairfax, Virginia now where they didn't put up, even though that's out there like almost by DC, so they ain't got nothing to do close to me. But they got
But see, I also say though, man, I don't see this like I'm like you, bro. All this is a state. This is all a police state, bro. All they, you know what I'm saying? All this is policing, bro. People, that should be up to the people, not up to the government to do that. So when they're up to the government, bro, it's in their hands. Then they're gonna make it a crime, and once they make it a crime, bro, you gonna start locking kids up. Come on, bro. It's all the flood, the penal system, bro.
Now watch this.
Set up.
Up there in Fairfax, they got this rule now. If you under 21, you can come through the drive-through. But if you under 21, you cannot dine in McDonald's. So I don't go to McDonald's. No, that shit don't bother me. But at the same time, I just say it.
Hold on. If you under 21, you can't go inside the McDonald's.
You can't dine in. No, you got to go to the drive-through.
Under 21?
Yes, bro.
No, they might have got that backwards.
I'm trying to tell you. They say under 21. They say that kids, teenagers, and young adults is causing too much problems. So I don't know how they got this done, but I'm telling you, that's up there in Fairfax. And Fairfax, actually, tell you the truth, you gotta have probably about most houses in Fairfax $700,000, bro. So I'm just it's $1 million. Fairfax is what they call an affluent county.
But see, well, I mean, if that's what the people in that county want, see, the people in that county have to say, "Hold on, bro, what y'all doing?" I mean, I understand there's a lot of these young people commit a crime, but that's not gonna stop them from, bro. All this shit is police state, man. All this stuff they trying to police. Now, they, like I said, bro, this last 4 years, they didn't allow all these immigrants and everybody, all these immigrants come in and commit these crimes. Crime went up. They told us crime went up. They lied to us. They literally lied to us. Publicly lied to us on paperwork and say, "Oh no, crime wasn't up. Crime was down." No, we see y'all change the laws and you lowered the penalty, the cost for penalty for committing a crime for theft.
You know what though? On the flip side,
and y'all allowed all these immigrants to come in and commit crime. We already had people in the country that already committed crimes and little felonies and stuff, little misdemeanors and stuff. Then y'all allow illegals to come in and commit these crimes and raise all the crime rates up in these areas and stuff. Then y'all want to come with a crime bill because this is a crime bill. This is a war on crime.
And I'm looking at it that way, but
it's a crime bill.
But I'm looking at it too. It ain't only immigrants. You know something else they've been doing? I've been watching how these younger people have been, acting just around. Mm-hmm. These motherfuckers got games. You know, you're talking about coming over to Grand Theft Auto 6, right? And I be looking like, sometimes I look at the games. They got a new thing where you got virtual reality and shit where you could be in the restaurant, virtual reality and shit. I said, you know, when I look at it like this, immigrants is part of it. But when I look at it, I like, they have allowed violence in movies, acting, everything to go on for so long. And now they're saying, you know what? We're going to give you all that balance through the movies. You got young kids killing their parents now. I mean, crazy shit, right? And then they say, hey, guess what? We're going to let you do it. And now we're going to put a police state to stop them from doing it. But at the end of the day, this problem was created by a lot of those issues too. Grand Theft Auto 6.
Yeah. So why they not, hold on. So why they not, right? They're going to ban kids online on age, but why they just don't ban and make stop if y'all want to really police somebody? Well, y'all police the manufacturers of making these damn games, like these video games, these violent video games and movies. If you really care about violence, you don't. I don't want to hear it, man. Why don't you ban these studios, these studio companies that's creating these damn movies and these video games, these violent video games and movies? They ain't gonna stop it.
Now here we go right here, because this happened to. This is one of the football. This is actually one of the top basketball programs in the state of Virginia, but this is a football program. I be around here not around here quite frequently, but I used to hang around there sometimes. I used to go play basketball at a place called Pine Camp. Not as much no more, but I do go over there. So I want you to hear this.
A bright light extinguished on Mother's Day.
His heart showed before a smile, and the smile was, a big smile.
Richmond police say 18-year-old Sherrod Rondo Bosher was shot in the 600 block of South 2nd Street. That's near the Virginia War Memorial, around 2:15 Sunday morning. He arrived at a local hospital in a private vehicle with a gunshot wound. He died shortly after arriving at the hospital.
I love the kid to death. I'm going to miss him.
Bosher, just weeks from graduating from John Marshall High School in Richmond, played football for the Justices.
Nice catch! Any sport that he plays, like I said, just has that very competitive side to him. And just sure gonna miss that kid, man.
He also played baseball at John Marshall his sophomore and junior years. We talked to his old baseball coach, Brent Butler, who told us Sherrod was super talented, a people person who loved making people laugh and very lovable.
He's just always in a fun mood, always trying to lift people's spirit up, always smiling, big smile. If you know Sherrod, he just has this big smile that can just change your whole day.
He shared a story about other kids making fun of a child with autism shoes. That upset Sherrod, so he went out and bought the boy a new pair of Air Jordans.
The smile that the kid had on his face, it's something that I'll never forget. That's the type of heart that he had.
Coach Butler said Bosher wanted to become a welder and planned to either do an apprentice program at the Norfolk shipyard or join the Navy to do welding.
And that was one of the things that he was interested in and became really, really good at.
The superintendent for Richmond Public Schools, Jason Camrus, called Sherrod's death heartbreaking, especially with graduation right around the corner. He is asking folks to stay extra vigilant with the young people in your life. Keep them close.
So this guy, this young boy, he got killed on Sunday, obviously on Mother's Day. You heard that. So he played football, just had prom and all that stuff. Matter of fact, that's another thing in itself. I can talk about that anytime.
This vote gives the manufacturer.
What got me was, I've been hearing about all these killings and all that. Matter of fact, you know what? Come think about it. These motherfuckers doing a lot of wild shit. They put speed cameras up here. I got hit with a speed camera violation. I said, what the fuck? But check this out, man. Because when I hear about all these kids getting killed, I told you the girl got killed by her own baby daddy, supposedly over there in the projects and shit. I said, yo, we getting like the Wild Wild West out of this bitch right here. And I think one year, I think 90s, Richmond did lead the nation in murders, I think, with 190. But these ain't grown folks. These are killed children and young adults doing it. And you gotta ask the question, where the hell they getting all these damn weapons from? I know where they getting them from, but ain't nobody saying nothing. This shit been like the Wild West for the last month and a half. I told the dude, hey, man, you gotta watch your step. You motherfucking getting in car accidents, flipping over the fucking goddamn rail and shit. I say, yo, this shit wild, man. Crazy talk, man.
Yeah.
Now, so you gotta tell your kids, watch your back, man. And watch this now. Hold on. Now, I live in Chesterfield County. I'm gonna tell you this right now. This just happened yesterday, or was talked about yesterday. See, Shaq, I always tell people what's going on. Chesterfield votes to install weapon scanners at middle and high schools. Oh, yeah.
For the authority to install all 149 weapons detectors over the summer. It'll make them ready to use at the start of the next school in August.
Stepping into the 2025-2026 school year will look like this for all Chesterfield middle and high schoolers. Everyone entering the building will be required to walk through weapons detectors.
This is not an answer that will cure everything in regards to their safety, but it's definitely a tool that we can use.
The Chesterfield School Board voted Tuesday to allocate $2.7 million for the upgrade. They gave the measure a green light after seeing success during spring pilot tests of two options tested at Meadowbrook High School and Robius Middle School.
We've been evaluating solutions that will help prevent deadly weapons from being carried into schools. That is our intent.
Chesterfield schools will be joining Henrico, Richmond, and Hopewell public schools in utilizing the technology. They will join the roughly 31% of Virginia's schools that currently have it in place.
We would have lanes at bus entry points.
Let me say something about that. Right quick. Because let me tell you something. Chesterfield it is a county school. Henrico is county, right? Now, it's weird because I told you some of these housing projects they tearing down or getting ready to tear down. And they've been moving a lot of people from the city to the county and building apartments and all of those stuff, right? That's another thing, right? So it seemed to me that they're getting prepared for the new people coming, or people being moved from our area and they're getting ahead because Meadowbrook back in the day was county, and then they started changing and they started getting all the city kids going to Meadowbrook High School. Okay, that's completely because most of the kids they want to go to LC Bird, they gotta go in the LC Bird. That's changing too. So they said we're gonna start putting because Chesterfield County ain't never had no. Chesterfield actually, they used to call it Arrestorfield back in the day because you know when you came across that county line, you had to watch for cops. They sit on the bridge and wait to pull you over. Now they just saying fuck it. Now the only thing Chesterfield ain't done yet too much. They might have a few of them, but they haven't put them. All of them haven't put them cameras up in the school. Richmond, Virginia is putting them traffic cameras up. So if you go past the school zone and you drive a certain narrow speed limit, they're gonna send you a ticket in the mail. So that's how it's going on that particular thing. But I did tell my buddy, I said, bro, I ain't too keen on all these weapon scanners being for some daggone middle schoolers, bro. I said, we scared of the kids now, Shaq. This shit is wild, right? What do you think, Shaq? It's kind of wild anyway. You scared? Oh, you scared of them little kids, Shaq? Come on, Shaq. Help me out, brother. You scared of these kids, man. Come on, man. Thanks, Shaq. What a wonderful world is saying, Cook say. Oh, I don't know. This is kind of weird. But that's just how it goes, brother. So, Shaq, what do you think about that, man? Is that too much to ask for the kids? Flood waters.
You said what too much?
I mean, they putting these metal detectors up there. I mean, these weapon scanners up there for next year. So I guess let's go on to the next school year.
Is that supposed to stop something?
That's what they saying it's supposed to stop.
Oh shit.
Well, here we go. This
A 12-year-old boy swept away by the floodwaters. Someone called 911 last night. They said they saw the boy walking outside when he was swept away after a nearby creek overflowed its banks. Now, this happened not too far from Charlottesville in Crozet, Virginia, just off I-64. Crews called off their search late last night once it became too dark to see. We know schools in Albemarle County are opening on a 2-hour delay today. A 12-year-old boy swept away.
So that goes to show you that these things with the kids, man, kids just end up dead and all that shit. I said, man, what the hell going on here? But you know,
the kids in the bed.
No, I said getting swept away by the flood waters.
Mm-hmm.
Tell you, it rained like crazy yesterday. Also in Florida, I mean in Maryland. Here we go.
I took two things that I love, dancing and dogs, and I made them into a successful business. Hi, I'm water rescue
crews from north central West Virginia have been dispatched to assist with severe flooding near Allegheny County, Maryland. The county's emergency services interim director told 12 News crews from Monongalia, Preston, and Mineral counties have been sent to the area of Westernport, which they say is approaching major flooding levels. Officials say as of 4 p.m. this afternoon that there were 11 active water rescues in that area. They also say boats and high water vehicles were evacuating around 100 people from Westernport Elementary School, and that 2 other area schools are now on lockdown. Just into the 12 newsroom earlier this evening, everyone from Westernport Elementary School had been evacuated safely. In West Virginia, Mineral County officials told 12 News that Kaiser has also been impacted by flooding with multiple streets and hundreds of residents.
So, yeah, this is very interesting. Thing.
You know what? You went to Florida, but I know you talking about that story though. But you hear about the teacher down in Florida, bro?
What happened?
Huh?
What happened?
Man, man, this one teacher, female teacher, thinks she looked like she was black too. Man, they arrested her, man. Somehow she had somehow she was either, I don't know if she forced him, but then she had to get one of the students, motherfuckers. I think she's a matter of fact, I think she was assistant principal. You heard that story about she had she had one of the students motherfucking rubbing her feet, massaging her feet or some shit. They, what's going on, man? What's he, bro? Bro, what's up, man? It's got to be something, man. That flower moon. Did you see that flower moon the other day? I videotaped.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. What do you think about that?
Man, that's some weird stuff, man. Because it was some weird stuff happening at that too. Because me and Josh was on the phone. I said, "Let me go look at this moon." And she was like, "Well, what's that?" I said, "I don't know, shit. I ain't know." It was weird. I don't know how they put these things in the sky.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That could have been a missile.
And if you notice, the moon ain't never in the west. It's always out. It's always, well, more east. You know, I never seen the moon.
So this is our beautiful new flag.
Look up and look west. Why is that?
You got a point. So watch this. You just said something very interesting.
Ship in West Hollywood.
It's stepping into the future.
This is the orb. It looks very cool, but it's basically just a fancy camera that's able to look at you and tell whether you're a real human or not.
You heard that right. In a world of deepfakes and online bots snagging the best deals, this shiny chromed white ball or camera could help prove that you're a human. That's the concept behind World, an open infrastructure co-founded by Sam Altman of OpenAI and architect of ChatGPT.
We wanted a way to make sure that humans stayed special and central in a world where the internet was going to have lots of AI-driven content.
Tiago Sada is the chief product officer at Tools for Humanity.
It's called World App.
The primary contributor to World.
You can simply say here, you want to verify your World ID. So tap on that.
It looks like something out of an episode of Netflix's Black Mirror. And I had my doubts, but I tried it. You first have to download an app.
It'll take a picture of your face and your eyes.
Show the QR code.
So you just look at the golden dot.
Then the photo and eye scan.
All right, so it's all set. And so now here on your phone, it's telling you the orb is right now verifying your humanity.
The data is then sent to your phone. The idea is that it can be used on dating apps, video games, or when buying concert tickets, proving that it is in fact a person, not a machine.
AI is amazing, right? We now get to do many things that we couldn't do before. But one of the problems is that when everything can be faked, we don't know who and what to trust.
More than 12 million people have already done this.
And I'm one of these people that I just get so frustrated with passwords all the time. I have like a zillion passwords. If I could do it just once, my face, I'm done.
And in exchange,
actually, she kind of gave you the daggone thing right there. She just told you inconvenience, right? She just told you
Convenient,
if
man.
I can do it with my face, I'll do it. No, that's bad, woman.
Man, thank you, shit, bro. All
That's
this
a
shit is
crazy
to
shit.
promote. It's all this is to promote artificial, man. Artificial. Um, you know what I mean?
And watch this. I
Because
know
it ain't
this weekend
artificial
was
intelligence because somebody programmed. But people gonna do it just like we was able to, like you said, we got slick with the plastic cards, the debit cards. We all got debit cards now. You know, I've been carrying I got $6 in my wallet that I ain't probably ain't used in 2 years. The same $6 been folded in my wallet. I swiped the card. You know what I'm saying?
Liberty Mutual is all she talks about since we saved hundreds by bundling our home and auto insurance.
Let's talk about it.
This weekend was a big weekend for people. It was Mother's Day weekend, as they call it. And I always say, when I hear about these big days, what did I call? I call Shaq. I even talked to Dawson about it, Frank, or whatever. Don't matter who it is, right? If people around here. You always say, who making the most money out these holidays, right? Right. Average person was
More here. Mother's Day is Sunday, and many of you have big plans to celebrate the moms in your life. Local businesses are keeping busy ahead of Sunday, and ABC Action News reporter Mary O'Connell listened to how they're staying on top of the orders and how you plan to spend this year.
When it comes to making sure mom feels loved this Mother's Day, families will go the extra mile.
I was planning on bringing her a coffee from Starbucks and taking her to her favorite restaurant.
I drove down, we spent the day together and did some yard work for her.
We wanted to know how much people plan to spend this year.
$100.
Probably close to 100.
The National Retail Federation expects Mother's Day spending to reach more than $34 billion. With the average per person spending this year at about $260.
Now I'm gonna tell you something funny about this Mother's Day thing. You ready to hear this? Because I'm gonna tell you how slick these motherfuckers are with the economy. Watch this. The day before Mother's Day weekend, the gas was $2.88. The day after Mother's Day, the very next day, it was $3.15.
Come on, gas.
Yes.
No, got you again. She just said he gonna spend 34 billion. It's made 34 billion on that, bro. It's another spending day, bro. People that's insecure. Man, when you get a chance, like you said, man, people, everybody listen. I'm nobody in the chat listening, bro. Go check out Mama Chi Power Time on YouTube because she actually on Mother's Day. I missed it, but when I went back and looked at it, she actually did the history of how Mother's Day came about, bro. It ain't what you think, bro. So people, people are so,
I know the woman named that.
It
It was a woman protesting that shit too. I forget her name. Matter of fact, Miss Latney used to protest that. If you want to use that.
Yeah, she's a protester, bro. Like Mother's Day, bro. It ain't nothing but another spending day for people to go spending money up that they ain't got. For what? Because it don't do nothing. All they're doing is put money in these damn merchants they pocket. That's all. And most of the shit that people gonna go buy on that shit gonna sit up in the house and get old. Ain't nobody gonna use that. Ain't nobody gonna use that shit. Same thing with Christmas.
Told me some wild shit though. My homeboy told me some wild shit. He said, "Look, can I get something from you for Mother's Day?" Not me. Talking about you telling another guy, but he was just saying, "I'm gonna get something for you Mother's Day." He was like, he like when you want it. He was like, get it to you after Mother's Day. He was like, oh, you slick. He like, yeah. He was like, it'll be like $10 cheaper after Mother's Day. He like, yeah, I know. He was like, I want it when it's marked down. So really, they know these products they selling is overpriced. Because you can get the same product after Mother's Day for a cheaper price. This shit don't even make sense. This shit dumb.
It's all a game, bro. Just all these holidays, it's a day. They're money days, bro, for the industry to make money, bro. And people, we have been conditioned. A lot of people is insecure. A lot of people is not confident, so they feel like they gotta. And people, people are trying to bully you into getting involved with these damn holidays too.
You better get
like they
you better get her something Mother's Day. You want to make sure you keep her. You want to make sure you have a happy wife. God damn it!
now. How did they pull that trick off, bro? That propaganda trick. They picked the day you want to celebrate Mother's Day. Damn, why? What, bro, I'm picking the day when I want to celebrate. And if you don't, then you ain't. You know what I'm saying? Well, they got us right where they want us there, bro. They get played, we get played, they get paid, man. That's what Miss Lack used to say, bro. That's her. We get played and they get paid, bro. Come on, man.
$60. Some top gifts, cards, special outings, and of course, flowers.
Valentine's and Mother's Day are always going to be kind of like, like you said, the Super Bowls.
Staff at Stunning Flowers by Shelby in Tampa are hard at work fulfilling orders.
And
Owner
capitalism
Shelby
at its best,
Martinez
and it's fine,
shared what
bro.
their next few days will look like.
This afternoon, I'll start.
You know what? Fuck it, Shaq. You know what? Let's do this. So let's be real. I know. Let's be real now. Hold on. See, if you're gonna have a Mother's Day, I'm gonna be Miss Letney. Shout out for everything you did for us. Okay. Father's Day. All right.
Man, you know what? Man, I wish I had some audio on her, man. I gotta most of the audio I got of her, man, is in the tablet, and that tablet don't even come on no more, yo. I saved a lot of it. Damn.
Let's see. Father's Day spending 2025. What's the expectations here?
Well, ain't nobody buying shit on Father's Day, man. And you don't become a mother without a father. So
Wait
I don't understand.
a minute. Last year, they said they spent $22.9 billion on Father's Day, but it's weird though because you look at this. Now look at this. I'm gonna show you this though.
$1.75. When Dad came to America, that's all he had.
That's
But
decent,
for a little.
Of course, Father's Day is Sunday, and lots of people are ready to give dear old dad a nice gift. The National Retail Federation expects Father's Day spending to be $22.9 billion this year. About 50% of people will buy presents related to home improvement.
How do they average? Hold on. How do they come up with these numbers, bro?
Hardware store in
These
Ardmore,
projections.
and a sales associate talked to us about grilling gifts.
A lot of times people do charcoal
Grilling
grills
gifts.
and then throw in these smoker chips. These go
Now, what I'm saying is, I ain't mad about it because what they showing you is that, but they showing you the difference in gifts. Like it could be home improvement stuff, grilling, a toolbox. So, but what I'm saying is, it's showing you things. Now, Mother's Day, right? Shit, I had a guy tell me, wife told him she want a car. But I want a car for Mother's Day.
But why? That's what I'm saying though. Why are people giving people ultimatums for these pagan ass holidays, bro? Come on, man. That's crazy, bro. Motherfuckers literally give you a ultimatum. This one day weighs on me getting you a goddamn gift on this one damn day. Bro, we're in a delusional world, bro. We are in a delusional world, bro. People love it, you know what I'm saying?
You know, man, hey, Shaq.
It's amazing.
Shaq, man, you know, hey, Shaq, it's getting close to summertime. Stop paying summertime.
Yeah.
Now, I'm trying to find this thing on YouTube, but we got Aldi's here in Richmond. Did you know Aldi's is talking about buying some big lots? Did you know that?
Yeah, that's what I put in the group. Yeah, I seen that the other day. I put that in the group. Yeah, they buying up a lot of yeah, you should put an article up because of people Big Lots had they closed down around about around 2020, after the pandemic, when the pandemic hit, ones of my areas started to close down. Well, one of them, we had one over here, and it never opened back up. They changed to something else.
See, they just tore this big goddamn.
Yeah, so they went bankrupt. They filed a Chapter 13, but Aldi's ended up, buying I don't know. So they're gonna be revamping and putting up some more. I think they said 225. First, they said a handful. Then I started reading more into the argument stuff. It was like, boy, they're gonna reopen up about 225 different stores.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Big Lots was kind of always what do you call it? One of them stores that people like to go to. So they just tore that one up like about
Yeah, it was a low, price, grocery store for people like you said, man. You go in there and get some items. You know what I'm saying?
All these buys, 3 Big Lots stores, location reopened nationwide. So grocery tail, Aldi is a small fella, a handful of Big Lots located less a year filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Several companies bought the lease of closed Big Lots location following bankruptcy filing. Track Support Supply bought one, Ollie's, Bargain, and Burlington. And yeah, you have been seeing a lot of Burlingtons around here too. Matter of fact, Burlington got a lot of Hispanics being there. Discount grocer Aldi is the latest on the list, having purchased a small number of locations across 3 states. Big Lots sold leases to more than 460 stores to Boston-based Acro liquidation firm Gordon Brothers Retail Partner late 2024. So basically, Big Lots is doing that. Now, I mean, yeah, right. Now watch this. Is that Big Lots? That's Aldi's. Okay, now watch this.
Oh, hold on. That's the Big Lots. Right. You know, when I posted it, I'm thinking Big Lots, but you know what I was thinking about? Even just now, it just hit me. I know I posted it and we talking about Big Lots, but my brain when I posted it, I was thinking about Save a Lot. Did you ever have Save a Lot here?
Yeah, I think we got one now. We might do or might have been closed down. One day in Southside Plaza. I think so.
Yeah, Big Lots. I think they just you're right. They just I'm tripping. I had it wrong. I'm thinking about Save a Lot that closed in 2020. My bad. Big Lots was one been closing the last couple of months. Shut down.
Amazon adds FedEx to delivery partners. Right here. See, you see that Amazon
Monopoly,
adds
baby.
FedEx to delivery partners. So what Chak has basically been saying all along, and that's what we call it, monopoly, right? It's
Monopoly, baby. The monopoly is in effect, baby.
Right? That's a monopoly.
Monopoly at its best. Yes, sir.
Centralizing all these companies together. What's another company? My mama used to go here all the time. Matter of fact, they had a card. J.C. Penney's.
Yeah, I ain't see J.C. Penney. Alberts and all them places and stuff. Sears, bro. Man, they got Well, I ain't never thought they got Sears about here. Sears is one of the oldest long-standing shit. Man.
Well, they're saying a lot of these companies didn't want to change their business model, but I mean, 7 J.C. Penney's locations closing this month. Right now. So they shutting down more locations a week. So let's see. J.C. Penney's. Let's see what these locations are. Wait a minute. J.C. Penney's announced they had partnered with the owner of Forever 21 to create a new company called Catalyst Brands. Forever 21 has since shattered all of its 540 locations.
Forever 21.
Okay. So you got yeah. They closing in California, Denver, Idaho, Kansas, New Mexico, North Carolina. Let me say something before I even get out. They brought up this thing with Diddy, right? I said, come on, man. And they talked this thing with Cassie. What's her name? Cassie, whatever her name is. Somebody said shit. I said, look, man. I'm not saying they had no freak offs or whatever you call it, but some of this shit sounded very consensual to me, man. I just let you know, man. This shit just seemed like some consensual shit.
I'm just saying though, bro. They ain't the last time was in a relationship. 2015? 2012.
I don't know.
But they ain't been in a relationship in at least the last 10 years, bro, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Why not? That's what I'm saying, though, bro. Y'all going back on some stuff, bro, that allegedly was supposed to happen back in that time, bro. Then the woman got paid. Then she got 30 million for blackmail money. So you allow this woman to blackmail the man for 30 million, and then y'all both her put on the stand and come on, bro. Only in America, dog. Only in the United States. Let me say only in the United States. Only in the United States, bro, that you could a motherfucker they can literally blackmail somebody, right? Get paid for the blackmail and still use the motherfucker as a witness, a credible witness, and ongoing, you know.
He must have beat her ass real bad, Shaq.
I mean, like I said, man. I mean, you know, if he did that, then he should. I mean, you can't go back on that. I mean, you know what I'm saying? If you didn't catch that and there was no crime at the time, bro, you gonna, you know what I'm saying? Go, you know.
But here's my problem.
Retroactive something that, you know what I mean?
Here's my problem.
What is that?
Here's my problem. They got the Weinstein trial going on across the street, and basically in New York, and they got both going. So they talk about Diddy, but Weinstein trial is going on too at the same time.
Well, matter of fact, speaking of people that's locked up, you heard about Tory Lanez getting jugged up?
Yeah, I heard about that. What do you think?
I don't know. I don't know if it's true. I mean, I heard people report on it and stuff like that. I haven't really dug deep into it. I mean, you don't know. Because somebody else came on other platform and stuff with some of them. Oh, you know, he was helping out the brothers and that, man. You know, a lot of people, he put money on a lot of people's books, man, and, you know, for their legal stuff, man, and, you know. So I don't know what the heck, man, you know. So I don't know. Maybe it was a shakedown, you know, and, you know, or it could be a story because, you know, a lot of these celebrities get locked on stuff, that, you know. For some reason, these male celebrities, they especially rappers and stuff, they love to have a prison story, and they want to make the prison story look so when they get out, they have some type of credit, street credit. It's a damn shame because he was acting like a thug and a gangster and shit when he, you know what I'm saying, going around pulling pistols out on people and running down on people and stuff. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So my thing is, I know this is you know, situation, but he put himself in this situation, bro, because it all go back to you hanging with these chicks and you drinking and stuff, and y'all get too tanked up, and you got fire wounds and stuff like that with y'all weapons and stuff like that, man.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
This is gonna be my last topic. This is gonna be my last topic before I get out of here. But Shaq, since it was Mother's Day weekend, you know that means you got your hair done, nails done. Oh, you fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy. You know that's all right. Well, check this out, bro. You know, Shaq, they're saying the synthetic hair is giving women bladder cancer. Right. That's what they're saying. Right. I mean, yes, that means if you got your hair done Mother's Day, you could get bladder cancer. I'm just saying. It is what it is, right? Hate to bust the bubble on that. But here we go. Synthetic braiding hair under fire. Cancer-causing chemicals in the synthetic braiding hair, Shaq.
Of women across the country rely on braiding hair as part of their summer protective styles. However, new reports suggest that some of the synthetic used in salons could be exposing them to toxic chemicals.
Yeah, some new reports recently uncovered alarming findings. They say several synthetic braiding hair brands tested positive for formaldehyde and other harmful, some of which are linked to respiratory issues and even cancer. Now, many Black women are disproportionately impacted, often wearing braids most of their life.
Yeah, and I know it's part of your summer look 2024.
Oh, it was last year.
Okay, so there are some safer options out there, and joining us right now is the founder of Rebundle, a company offering one of those cleaner alternatives, Sierra Imani May. Thank you so much for being here.
Hi, thank you guys for having me.
All right, talk about the timing, because it's pretty good timing that this happened, but your brand actually started before all of this. What makes your brand different, Rebundle?
Yeah, I started working on this in 2019 and we launched in 2021, well before the reports came out. But what we were solving for and continue to solve for is a world in which scalp irritation and a risk to your safety while wearing braids is non-existent. Our products are made out of banana fiber, so they are itch-free, non-toxic, and biodegradable after use.
How big of a problem is the sort of chemicals that we're finding in other braiding products right now, like formaldehyde and such?
This is a really big problem. We had found that 1 in 3 wearers were experiencing some form of discomfort or irritation with the products prior to the study coming out. And the study confirmed that 9 out of 10 of the products tested were positive for things such as lead. And we also know that based on that study, there are VOCs that are released when the product is heated, i.e. dipped in hot water, like it is very commonly practiced at the end of a style. So it should be concerning not only to people who wear their hair in braids, but very importantly to the people who install the braids, braiders and hair professionals.
I love how you pointed out that some of the synthetic hair can cause scalp irritation, because there's nothing worse than sitting and just doing this all day because it's itching. But
That's just like Beyonce.
You know what? She made up one day of patting her head, because a lot of women do be patting their head and shit like that. They do that. That might be, that could be the chemical messing up the head there. I got to think about it. I just happen to see that. Wow. Damn. Okay. Ooh, my hair's itching.
Like Beyonce. Yeah, but not in a good way.
No,
Not in a good way.
You gotta look up this banana fiber shit, bro.
Yeah.
She said her hair that she used made out of banana fibers. It says banana fibers, also known as SISAL, 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 sisal. And it says sisal is made. Look, it's made from the leaves. It's made from the leaves of a banana plant. And it says it is said to be, hold on, it is said to be one of the most sustainable fibers. Okay. On our planet. Then it said it is also, what's this? Biodegradable. Meaning it can break down in landfills without any ill effects. I guess on the ecosystem, it got cut off. Oh, shit. Banana fibers, yeah, I would never have thought about it, cuz. Yeah.
Well, let's see what they're marketing here. Hold on.
Talk about banana fibers. How did you come up with this, that would work?
So back in 2019, when I was wearing my hair in braids pretty consistently with synthetic hair, I was experiencing that scalp irritation and had questions about what was causing the irritation and what the relationship was between the material itself, the plastic, and the topical dermatitis that I was experiencing. So I started to research other alternatives and other fiber types that may be in the market to be used as an alternative. And I found some YouTube videos of women in Africa using sisal and banana fiber, and figured out how we could, one, develop that supply chain so that we could access it and provide that product as an alternative to our customers, primarily here in the States. We also have customers in the UK and Canada and a few other countries.
So let's talk about that, because part of the problem is accessibility. And a lot of people will go to some of the products that are toxic to them because it's less expensive.
They're easy accessible.
Exactly.
Yeah. There's kind of a stronghold on the market, the hair market.
That goes without saying, but in any market where innovation takes place, it will take time for
price point to match what customers would expect and the availability to match that as well. But we've made a lot of good progress by bringing our price point down to $36 last year. We also retail with beauty supply stores across the country as well as a few in the UK. So we're getting to a point where the product is becoming more accessible, making some great strides now that Consumer Reports has sort of pushed the market in our direction. And we have really high hopes for what this summer could mean for the brand and for our customers.
You mentioned having contact dermatitis with the synthetic braiding hair. What has been people's response to using yours, the Rebundle?
It's really transformational for a lot of customers who either completely gave up braids because they couldn't stand the scalp irritation, haven't worn braids in years. And a lot of our customers are finding that there's that piece that they are looking for when they wear a protective style, actually feeling like their hair is protected and that it's hydrated as well. Our products are very well known for feeling very soft and having your hair feel soft while it's installed, which is an added benefit to using a product like banana fiber because it's hydrophilic, meaning it absorbs the moisture. So it also moisturizes your hair.
So that's something I'm gonna have to look up called banana fibers. But it's very interesting. It's good as she found something like that. The only thing I always say is, Shaq, who benefiting from it? But as we said always, we've been saying this for years. So I've been talking to you. You put these chemicals in your head, you can pay the price. We're paying the price of vanity over sanity. That's what it is. It is what it is, bro. So they ain't never say stupidity didn't have a price, or say vanity or sanity, whatever, did not have a price. But that's what's going on. Well, it is what it is. But we got here. I gotta be run, but shout out your information, brother. Yep. Check. Yeah, call something.
Oh man, I'm just talking, bro. I thought I'm on mute, bro. Bro, I didn't gave all my information, nigga. I didn't give my closing remarks.
No,
Man, I'm muted.
go ahead
That's
and do it
crazy.
again. But no, before you go, let me say this. Before you go, let me say this, because I just want to, because I left a lot of stuff out there. I said I'm not looking to that thing, the banana thing, but like you said, the price of vanity over sanity is the bladder cancers, et cetera, all these conditions that's going on. So, hey man, I don't know. Like I said, that was a new one on me, but this is the product of, wanting to put all the synthetic in your head. So,
Yeah, man, and like you said, if you don't know, now you know,
Be
You
healthy.
know what I mean? So
Be healthy.
you gotta we all got the vanity gene in us. Just depends on how you balance that out. If you allow it to overpower you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you gotta use your better judgment. You know?
Graduations,
So
brother.
who was that?
Graduations, man.
Yeah, I see a lot of people with the graduations, like I said. I mean, that's gonna be a lot of vanity too with that. I get it. You probably too. I was involved with it too. That's why I said we all got the gene in us. Or, you know, but you got to be cautious with the vanity if you're gonna allow it to overshadow your better judgment. The same.
Well, look,
Yeah, I
before you
mean,
shout at me, Before you shout to your base, I gotta ask a question. Would you consider Mother's Day to be vanity?
Yeah, I told you all these days that they, they promote you to celebrate is vain days, vanity days, bro. Because think about it. There's a lot of people, man. A lot of people already got a lot of stuff already, so we just be buying a lot of products and stuff that we already probably got. Now I'm just trying to tell you.
Hey, look.
You know how many blenders, man? Blenders and foot massages and all the stuff people.
Hey, yo, you know something? I looked down at this thing. I went back and looked and I see your boy Howard was on there last night. Man, Dwight Howard running around some fucking UGG shoes, man.
Oh man, this nigga wild. In the summertime?
Well, I don't know.
This nigga wild, bro.
Studio J.
What they got UGG shoes on?
Yeah, he running in some UGG shoes. But nevertheless, check this out. I would laugh my ass off. I said, wait a minute, yo. But then with Dwight Howard, he might have UGG shoes on. But you got women, they got UGG shoes, boots, covers, mattresses, whatever. So you only need one. You got plenty. But
yeah, man.
So that go to show you.
I feel good out here.
Yeah. What's the weather?
Shit, you said what the weather looks like.
Yeah.
Shit, how you turn them up? You can't.
Temperature.
Oh, you can't see? Oh no. Oh, it's looking at me. Oh man, it's already. You can smell the heat in the air.
Is it 90 degrees?
It's probably about 80. About 80. It's gonna be up probably triple digits the other day, I think. Okay. You know what I mean? Is this outside? Oh no. Oh, okay. No, you ain't got the camera on me.
Hey, look. It ain't nothing but 70 here, and I told you it rained all day yesterday, but this weekend we might get in the 80s. But yeah, man, it was like a damn fucking river out this motherfucker yesterday. But nevertheless, go ahead and shout your base this time, not on mute.
Damn, yeah. Yeah, man, salute, man. You can tap in with me on Facebook, Chak Edwards on Facebook, or Chak Wild on Instagram, Chak Wild on YouTube, man. Check me out, man. Go subscribe, get my numbers up. But I might go live today too. I'm gonna talk about. Yeah, I might have to do another series of chemical annihilation, man. Bring some more stuff up because they keep talking about these dyes and stuff, man. And think about it. I'm gonna give y'all a preamble because dye is in everything. Clothes you got on got dye in it. The cap I got dye on it. The socks and stuff that you put on, undergarments got dye in it. How about dye? You talking about dialysis? Dialysis.
Yeah.
What about? Yeah. What about when you go and get your eyes done? When they dilate your eyes, they're putting dye in your eyes. You're taking dyes and stuff. Even when you go do these some of these X-ray exams, you got to take a dye, some type of dye. I don't know what it's called, some type of sodium dye stuff, so that X-ray machine or that shit moves, so you can see the stuff inside your body. You got to take that stuff, bro. You got to either drink that stuff or they shoot it in your veins. This dye. And once again, I'm gonna tell you, I know this stuff it affects you because, okay, I was under the care of a nephrologist. That's pretty much a kidney specialist, right? Okay. So upon a kidney specialist, so I couldn't even when I was going to go get the X-rays and stuff like that, going to get the sonograms and stuff like that, so they can look deeper and see. How about they got to use? Sometimes they got to use dye, but I couldn't use dye in mine because I was stage 3 kidney, and guess what? That shit go through your kidneys because they shoot it up through in your like I said, in your veins, and your kidney can't that can cause you even more problems when you got kidney problems. But how about if they doing this to people and people getting this shit done? How about it probably is damaging your kidneys? What's causing you probably to have eventually be on have kidney disease because all the stress that it's putting on. You got to get rid of that stuff.
You're right. Well,
So dye is a major component in our life.
you're right. So what I say, man, you just got to always know that you are gonna be the key to your own health. Not the doctors. You got to be the first doctor. Nobody else. Because when somebody you put it in their hands, you can have
Man,
some deadly outcomes. Notice this.
that's what you're right. So what I advise people, huh?
Modern medicine can also be modern demise.
Yeah, I would tell people to get with you find a group of people, man, and y'all kind of help each other, man. Like you say, research a lot of this stuff, man, and see what things work and ask questions. People that may have been taking any treatments or any prescription drugs, and ask them how did it affect them. You know what I'm saying? We gotta start networking, dog.
My boy told me some wild shit. They said something about he was had a little bit of fatigue or whatever, and the doctor told him, "You having fatigue? Have you got your prostate checked?"
Man, come on, bro. See what I'm saying? Come on, dog. Come on.
I said, "Wait a minute, man." I said, "Hold on, what they got to do with anything?" He was like, "Sometimes, that's a symptom." I said, "No, you could just take your fucking ass to bed." Shit, the fuck. How the hell you know it's prostate?
Man, like I said, it could be anything. You're right, overwork yourself. It could be, lack of vitamin C, vitamin D. It could be anything. It could be, you know what I'm saying? Not hydrating yourself. Just because you drinking water don't mean you're hydrating yourself, bro. That's another thing. You're drinking dead water.
They claim they give out free prostate exams too now. That's what they claim. So it's a big thing going on with prostate trying to get touched on, obviously. But yeah, so like I said, man, hey, look, take care of yourself. You be the man and you figure it out. Like I said, don't go to these daggone wacko doctors or whatever and all that. Because they just giving you the daggone running around right now. As a matter of fact, not only that, they also talking about the strokes in young people on the rise. I'll get to that another time. I'm just telling you that if you rely on these people, remember this. Last thing I'm gonna say. One thing about it, they talk about the Ku Klux Klan back in the day with the white sheets. Well, guess what? A butcher and a doctor were the same white coat. So you got it. You got it. The kill mafia.
Scientists too. Scientists were the same white coat, huh?
Oh, when the kill mafia. All three of them killing you. But take your time, bro.
Yeah, man. Salute.
Yeah.